welcome back to my garden. So this is week 3. I'm so excited for you to see everything. It has just gotten so much bigger. This week we are going to do something a little bit differently. I do have a little bit of pruning to do, and I'm also going to be asking for advice on getting rid of mites, because I have spider mites, brown mites, and the white, they're not aphids, but they look like them in here. I really don't want to use like any chemicals or anything like that. I've been using rosemary essential oil diluted down into water, and someone also told me about like hydrogen peroxide, which works on the spider mites, but it doesn't work on the other ones. So if you have any tips, comment below and let me know, and let's get to it. Alright, so right in here we can kind of see my purple basil it's getting just a little wilted. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 stalks out, and because these ones are doing really well, and I didn't need like 4 big things of it. I'm also going to, you can kind of see here, there's a little bit of damage and stuff, and since I've got more growth right there, I'm just going to go ahead and axe those. But look how pretty it is. Oh, I love it. Alright, so I am doing this handheld, so it's going to be a little shaky. Alright, let's see. So basically what I'm going to do, so that the stalks kind of, sorry. So you can kind of see in here, there isn't any like newer growth coming in, so I'm actually just going to cut it right down there at the base and just get rid of both this one and this one. I'm also going to cut off some of the dead ones here. Hi. Right, so as always, we're going to start over here with my beans. So you can just see, look at this guy, I actually put in a stake again because I figured I was going to be needing it. And look at just how full that guy is getting, and you can see all of this in here, all of that new growth in there. And this is my green bean. Right now, it's actually tied up because that beautiful creature there decided to light on it and completely smush it. So I'm trying to make sure it doesn't die. And then my other green bean is doing really well. And look at this. You see that? That is a radish seed. I didn't even know I still had radishes in here. And look here. See that guy? That is a carrot leaf that is just getting so much bigger. I've got another one kind of in there. And right there. And look at this. Look how tall it's gotten. Notice the last video, it was right here. I'm so excited. I kind of changed things around with the peas a little bit. I got this from the Dollar Tree for these little guys here because they were not grabbing on to the bamboo stalks. So put them on there, and by the time they get up here, this guy here will be done, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But if you look right there, do you see that? That is the beginning of a flower. So I'm gonna have these really soon. My lima bean is he is just getting huge. I mean, look at that. So I did, excuse me, I did put in another one of these because I want to make sure that it's got enough support. And then my cucumber. This is a pickling cucumber, and I cannot remember if it's a bush type cucumber or a vining one. So that's why the TP is still here. And if it just ends up being a bush type one, and then I'll probably just bring it down to 1. My marigolds are taken off. I've got 1, 2, 3 more, and another one down there. And then I've got a whole other plant. So once my carrots are done, this is just going to be covering this whole area here. I'm very excited about that. So one more look. Let's see. Look at that. Alright, and then down here, you look how big. I swear, every time I come out, like every day, there's another ½ inch at least on both of these guys, which I'm so excited about. My corn is doing good on both of them. This marigold is doing really well. It's got some more buds coming through. And my dill, it's not growing as much as I thought it would, but that's okay. I'm most excited about this guy. This is my cauliflower. Right? I'm so glad that I did not die like the broccoli. And then over here, you can kind of see tomato plant is taken off. Ooh. There, so I have that, and when it gets a little bit bigger, it's gonna need support. And I haven't done, like, I haven't taken anything off, and I don't plan on pruning it until I figure out exactly what kind of tomatoes are going to be growing on that, because I don't know if it's determinate or indeterminate yet. If it's indeterminate, then I will, you know, prune it down a bit to get a healthier plant. But if it's determinate, I'm just gonna let it go because I want as many tomatoes as possible. Up here, I am very excited because I thought I was only gonna get one sprout, but you can see I got two, and then there's another one coming up over there. So hopefully this is a pattern that continues throughout the whole of the growing season, because I really want them to come back every time they're done fruiting and to just re-sprout. Now this is new. I love this. Got this at the Dollar Tree, and it's so pretty. Can you kind of hear it? So pretty. I love that sound. So that's that part of the garden, and I will link my Instagram below. I post pictures of like the plants and flowers and pretty much anything that's really cool in here on there about every other day. So go ahead, check that out, give me a follow there. Make sure you subscribe down here so you don't miss anything. Here's my jalapeno plant, and just to kind of give it a gauge, last week it wasn't even coming up to the top of this, but now, you know, just having the camera right here, it's already a good ½ inch up in there. And I transplanted this. This was one of the marigold seeds that I started that I didn't know if it was going to take or not. And lucky for me, I don't know what that was gross. Lucky for me, it is. So this is going to keep growing and start putting off. And I don't believe these are African marigolds. I believe those are just regular marigolds, like the bright yellow ones. So I'm excited for that. And over here, look at my ghost pepper. It is doing so good. If you guys have any tips or anything on growing peppers, let me know. I always want to know more. And I was worried this guy wasn't growing because it wasn't bigger than the little sign, but now it is. And then my jalapeno guy, he is struggling a bit. Like, his leaves keep getting nommed on, and we're just gonna kind of let that one go and see what we can do there. I might just take it out and plant a cayenne pepper instead. I'm not 100% sure yet. Now over here, this is probably one of my top 3 favorite planters that I have. It honestly, it smells so good. So you can see over here, I took out those 2, and it just kind of frees it up. I still get that nice pop of color from the purple. The lemon balm is just taking off. I'm gonna actually harvest some of this soon because I'd make a lemon balm and lavender bath oil from Fresh Herbs, which I'm very excited about. My sweet mint, now this one's mine, and I'm actually going to come in here and probably harvest some of these later on in the week and dry them up for Tibby there. And then my thyme is just taking off. These guys are growing more. Like when I planted it, it wasn't doing too good, but it's growing more. And look at this. This variegated sage is just gorgeous. I love it so much. And then over here, my violas, they're a little heat tired. It was pretty hot today. So they're a little tired from the heat, and I don't want to take this off until this part off, until this one starts to kind of take off a little bit more. But my fuchsia, oh, there's tons of new buds on here, and they just, I love it. They make me so happy. It smells so good. Right in this section is the best smelling thing. See, look, my alyssums, they're back. They are blooming again. They are really light scented, but they smell fantastic. And my funny story about my panada peppers, this plant here, this one right here, it actually has mushroom spores in it. So every time it rains, I have to come out here and take out these. They're called ink cap mushrooms, and they're supposed to be edible, but they're gross. Like, their spores, it's literally, it's like ink. It's so gross. And oh, sorry, something flew up my nose. So basically, that is what is on the leaves here. And I am doing my best to like make sure that whenever I get the mushroom, like, that I wipe off the plants that they touch so that those spores kind of go away. Like, see, you can kind of see this one, they dry up super quick, so even if they were edible, I wouldn't be able to do anything with them. But my Roma tomatoes here are doing really, really well. I mean, look how much they've grown just in the last week. Now these are determinate types, so I'm not going to be doing any pruning like these little suckers here. I'm not taking them off, they're just going to stay, and the harvest that I get from it is the harvest that I get. But I really like this one, especially now that the alyssum is growing back in and popping with that color. See over here, my little bell pepper that I planted late is doing really well. My marigold is doing pretty good. Now this one doesn't have, like, it's got a tiny little baby bloom there, so hopefully it lasts the whole time. My Swiss chard, oh, do you see that? That's a spider. I am afraid of spiders, but I am leaving them because that guy is helping control the mites that I have. So I'm just gonna let him go over there. I'm gonna be more careful where I put my hand. But you see my Swiss chard, it's like some of them are getting eaten and some of them aren't. So I've been spraying them down at night with like rosemary essential oil on both sides to kind of kill any of the spider mites that I can't see. I'm trying to really get on top of that, but they are, like, I don't know if you can see them here, look. Do you see that? That is it after I've already sprayed something down and killed a lot. So I'm fighting a losing battle here, which there's nothing I can do. So I've got more carrot seeds coming through. And I did take out, oh, I don't know where the spider went. Oh, it's in the back, okay. So back here, I did have 2 seed starts, but I took them out because they were gonna get crowded out by this guy. And I don't know if you can see it. Let me adjust the camera here. But, can you see that guy? I've got 3 tomato flowers that are opening. I'm gonna have tomatoes soon. And then this guy, look at this pepper plant. Last week, it was up to here. That's where it was. Now, it's all the way up to here. I mean, it's just growing so much. You can kind of see in here. It's just gonna keep going. It's so pretty. Now this one is actually my favorite planter that I have. This is my Italian flat parsley, my Italian oregano, my gorgeous lavender, my rosemary, and these African marigolds that are just doing so good. Like, they are just, it's amazing. I'm gonna have to come out here and like harvest, prune just a little bit soon, but I'm kind of trying to wait because I almost have all of the stuff to do like a spaghetti sauce and a pesto, and I want to figure out how to make it with fresh herbs. I mean, look at this happy little shot of my whole garden here. And then over here, this one's still doing good. It kind of still falls over, and I don't know why. Like you see, one still leans over a bit. And my basil, it's trying. It's got a little bit of the stuff still on it. It's trying. I don't know what is getting it because, yeah, I don't know. Oh! Maybe it's that there. Do you see that? That there, that is a caterpillar. So I took that guy off, so I guess that's what's been in this pot nomming on everything. It is just that caterpillar guy. I took him and I don't know if you can see him, but I put him over there because these aren't my flowers, and if I see more I'll put them on that one or those ones over there so they can destroy those. Those are the apartments. But here's my zucchini. You can see like these flowers. Am I supposed to take these ones off, or are these the ones that actually produce fruit? Let me know, and then we'll kind of go from there. And then this guy here, he got a little caterpillar damage too, but this is my slicing cucumber. And then there's this guy. I don't know what that is. It just popped up. So we're gonna see. Yeah, so it's doing good. My zucchini plant is so big. Next year I'm definitely gonna plant it a little bit differently. And then I'm up here, and this is definitely, that's sage. Now I'm gonna take my cilantro tag out. That is my sage, more pink snapdragons, and this is just getting big. My wildflowers. This alyssum, it's not really coming back in quite so much, but I think that's what all of these are. So I'm excited for that. And then of course, my darker snapdragon, you can see it here. See them forming? It's just gonna explode with color soon. The alyssums are coming in here. My geraniums, there's a little, I don't know what this is. I don't know what the white dots are. Do you know what the white dots are? Let me know if you do, because I'm a little concerned. Well, thank you for checking out my garden with me this week. It's definitely gotten a lot bigger, and I think the fact that there are mushrooms and bugs that are coming in, like the caterpillars, are showing that I'm doing something right. Like I'm growing enough that things are going to come in here for their food. However, I don't want them here, so if you have tips on how to get rid of them other than just like hand picking them off, let me know. Also, if you have any tips about the spider mites, I would greatly appreciate any information that you have on that. I want to only do like a pesticide or insecticide as a last ditch effort. I might actually do it on the lawn because that's where they're coming from. They're coming from the lawn, and so I can't really do a whole lot about the new ones coming back in, but I don't know. I've got stuff flowering, and I've got new sprouts in my strawberries, and I'm gonna have food that I can eat probably by the middle of next month. Just come out, pick it off of my garden, and wash it off and just go. And that is the best thing. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week.